Yo, what's up guys, it's your man Jay, and I want to talk about the OnePlus 7. Now I saw some leaks online, and I don't really follow the leaks too much, but there's been a lot of rumors that this one is actually legit, and you know, it's supposed to be the OnePlus 7. Now, the OnePlus 7 is supposedly going to have this pop-up camera, you know what I'm saying, to have the full screen display, and I've already had a phone like that, so I could deal with it. Some people are not going to want the pop-up display for the pop-up camera, but like I said, I've had one before and I thought it was pretty awesome, and it's a really nice setup. But you know, I think people might complain at first, but I really like the OnePlus 6T, and if they could find a way to get the screen all the way at the top, you know, the 6T doesn't really bother me at all. But the 7 is supposed to have the pop-up camera, and I think it's gonna have 3 cameras on the rear. I don't know what this fascination is with the OEMs thinking that adding more. 3, stop at 3, man. Just stop at 3. You know what I'm saying? We don't need 10 cameras on the back. After a while, it's gonna be rows of cameras on the rear. This one is to get this color. This one is to get, it's gonna be strange, man. But I'm really hoping that you guys, you know, give the OnePlus 6T, it's a OnePlus 7 a chance. I'm definitely gonna grab it, obviously. I've gotten hooked on OnePlus devices lately as one of my daily drivers for sure because of the OnePlus 6. The OnePlus 6 really did it for me. Now, if you guys know, the OnePlus 3T was my favorite OnePlus device of them all. But once the OnePlus 6 dropped, I was really hyped about OnePlus devices. I really couldn't walk away from those phones, you know, knowing that they offered so much internally and they just performed so well. If you've never used a OnePlus device, you really don't know what I'm talking about. So if you use a Pixel, you know what I'm saying? If you use a Pixel, then you know how smooth Android should be. I think that the, you know, stock Android, you know, having overlays on Android is cool. I can deal with it. But I think if a person is really wanting to see what Android is really about, you have to get a stock Android phone. You'll never get the feel of what it's supposed to be like if you never use a stock Android phone. So some people say that stock Android phones are boring, but you know, they can be at times. I'm not gonna front, you know, but the OnePlus 7, I'm hoping, has some kind of different design than what it has now. I'm also hoping that the baseline is 8 gigs of storage with 128 gigs onboard storage, 8 gigs of RAM with 128 gig onboard storage. I'm hoping that they change something, you know what I'm saying? So the routine that they have in place is working for them. They're selling a lot of phones. To carry a deal with T-Mobile really set it off. It just took them to another level. I read some articles saying that their sales, when they hit T-Mobile, when they started selling it, their sales 350 times over. They really got a lot of sales. So that's a huge plus for OnePlus. But I'm really feeling like if this is the OnePlus 7, it's a step in the right direction. Because a lot of you guys want bezel-less, but you don't want to sacrifice anything. You know, oh, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want any bezels. I don't understand why you don't want bezels. It's okay to be bezel-less, but having a lot of bezel-less phones that I've used, it's not like what you think. A lot of you guys probably haven't had a lot of bezel-less phones, or any at all. But the ones that you have really have slim bezels, and you're still not happy. So I'm hoping that they take this design. The pop-up camera is not a bad thing. The Vivo Nex is a hot phone. It works perfectly fine. No problems with that. And I think you guys will be hard-pressed, you know, to skip the OnePlus 7 once you probably see it. And I'm hoping that this is the OnePlus 7 because it's something different, and I like that design. Obviously, like I said, I've already used a pop-up camera phone before. So I'm hoping that it is the design because it's definitely something different. And I know they're going to come with some kind of tweak saying, oh, this is the best camera in the world. But they really got to work on those rear cameras for recording, in my opinion. You can have a telephoto, you can have an ultra wide, you have all these things, but for my usage, I'm using it for video recording if I do want to use it, and some photos. Right now, photos for portrait mode and all those, this is the #1 phone. And I have I've used an array of phones, and I have an array of phones. This phone right here, the Pixel, and they're doing it with one single camera on the back. The front cameras, meh, but the rear cameras, yo. If you've never used this phone, you don't know what you're missing if you need a good portrait shot. All of my thumbnails and creations are done on this phone right here for my YouTube channel. When you see those thumbnails, the portrait mode, now I'll just use it for that, but the portrait mode is the best on this phone, hands down. It just photos, period, are just the best. So OnePlus has got their work cut out for them. You know, if the OnePlus 7 has this pop-up camera for the front, it's gonna need a lot of tweaks and things to be done, because currently the OnePlus 6T, it's a hot phone, but video recording on the shabby side and portrait mode, meh, you know, it's not the greatest, but it'll do. But overall, love the OnePlus 6T, one of my daily drivers. And if this is the OnePlus 7, what do you guys think about it? Are you gonna pick it up? Are you excited about the design? Let me see it in the comments, man. Let's talk about it. I'm out.